Let's party, let's always a party. Let's go. Paulie.
Welcome back to the new set, baby.
Big day today. Drew's hot. Well, not like
He's
appearance.
like a sexy hot.
I mean, he's mic'd up.
Okay,
But
yeah.
he's on a short leash today. Producer Drew is on a short leash. We're giving him 200 characters.
Okay.
So once he goes over 200 characters, he can no longer say anything. So, producer Drew, it's your opportunity. If you want to say hi now, or do you want to save the characters and maybe say hi at a later date? Okay, looks like he's
waiting.
He's waiting. How you feeling, Paulie? Good vibes today?
Good vibes. You did not start the show.
I didn't start with what? Yeah, I did. Let's go. Let's party. Let's always party. Let's go.
You did?
I did. It's just you're just so used to it. You don't
Oh
know
yeah, I'm here in out one ear. You know, I'm just excited. I'm so thrilled how everyone was excited about the new set. Positive vibes when we're here, and with the new set comes a new collaboration.
Oh, I like how you served that up.
We, one of our sponsors is Scuba Beer. We love them. Check out some videos on our Instagram, TikTok. We had a big party a couple weeks ago that we've been sharing some videos that are pretty dope.
Paul broke his nose there.
Yeah, so before we get into the new collaboration, I was telling Ryan before the show, last week on the show, we were talking about how I had a bloody nose. Party foul, bloody nose, everything,
Yes.
right? Pretty sure I broke my nose.
Yeah, but you were like, I don't know, it just hurts. But now it's been some time since the party.
Correct.
And you're like, this shit's broken.
Yeah,
Not
usually-
doctor diagnosed yet.
No.
But you're diagnosing it yourself.
Yeah, the problem with the nose being broken is you really can't do anything. Like everyone's like, you don't put a cast on it. Like
You got to wear like a face mask, like the Rip Hamilton face mask for the show.
If someone's
That'd
like
be hilarious.
like messed up, you got to break it back into place. My nose isn't that screwed up. You can't really tell it's broken, but to me, like every time I touch it, if I put on a shirt, it hits my nose, like it hurts. So I'm pretty sure it's broken.
Yeah, that's not good.
But here's the thing: whatever it takes, man, to party, just have a good time. You got to break your nose, break your arm. You know, that's the way you should live your life.
Yep. Let's talk about the collaboration.
This collaboration, if you're on the set, Long Drink.
I'll do my best modeling on YouTube here.
Long Drink, we appreciate. Look at us. We appreciate you guys. Appreciate Long Drink. Helping us with the show, giving us some free stuff.
We're gonna be doing a lot of cool things with Long Drink. So I mean, we pitched some ideas of maybe going to a tailgate, and getting a Long Drink tent set up. Maybe doing some live interviews in a tailgate. That would be very entertaining.
But definitely check out Long Drink, the beer. We love it. We're happy to have it on the show. We're glad that they like us enough to basically work with us,
Yeah, well, we had a meeting, and I told them in the meeting, I was like, we don't want to like collaborate with people we don't like. Like, we're not gonna sit up here and bullshit. Like, we're real as it gets. That's why people love us. That's why you listen to us weekly. It's because we don't bullshit. Like, we speak how we feel when we feel it, and we said we like their product, and they believe in our podcast and our show. Thanks to our fans, and we're excited to collab with them and do some fun, exciting shit outside the podcast.
Yeah, but definitely check them out. Long Drink. It's a beer company. Go get hammered.
So you actually don't break your nose though. Go get hammered, but don't break your nose. But we were actually talking before the show. You saw Shang-Chi for the second time, and I wanted to ask you: did you see this dude is an actual real life superhero?
Yes,
he was at the he was at the Dodgers Giants baseball game. Threw out the first pitch. And, I mean, what else would he do than throw a strike right down the middle? But that wasn't the key moment. He literally did a backflip on the mound. Like, he was like Simone Biles. Well, I mean, maybe not this year.
Maybe not.
The 2018 Simone Biles.
Yeah.
When was it? I don't know.
The last Olympics, we get the joke. But Shang-Chi definitely...
It's not good when you gotta explain it.
Shang-Chi, definitely check it out. Really cool movie. Got to see it twice already. It's a new Marvel Studios film. On our other page, we've talked about it before, Screening Party. We do movie reviews over there. I just did a new movie review for Shang-Chi. So definitely go in our bio, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. You can go in our bio, that link, and check out Screening Party. Check out that review and see my thoughts on the film.
So you can't tell me what you rated? I gotta go back and watch the review.
Yeah.
Did you give like a number?
I don't like doing numbers, no.
I don't like doing numbers. Speaking of numbers, I rated this on our Instagram story. What would you give this Long Drink? The finish. They got like 5 different flavors, I think.
They have a
or
bunch
do we
of
want to
different
save it for
flavors.
another time, or we could do like a quick review right now?
I feel like we should give it its own due.
All right, yeah. So, Paul talked about it on the show. We're gonna set up a set where we're gonna do it's the testing lab of alcoholic drinks and give our scores, almost like the One Bite Pizza review.
Correct.
But we're
Same
gonna be
idea.
the kings of alcohol.
Yep,
so
that's the
we'll save a
goal.
Long Drink. They deserve their own show then. So I agree with you. So I'll just sip on it and we'll move along.
But as Ryan was saying, so the guy who plays Shang-Chi, Simu Liu, literally threw out this first pitch and did a backflip like real life superhero. And he's just fun. Like he's a really fun guy. I just followed him on TikTok. He's doing memes. You know what's so funny?
What?
Have you ever seen these photos from like Shutter's? What's it called? Like Shutterstock or whatever?
Shutterstock? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
they do like the elf videos, right? Whoa, that's 3 characters right there from producer Drew. He caught me off. He's trying to sneak them in.
Hold on.
Whoa. He's
Hold on
trying
a
to
second.
sneak them in
3
so I don't get the
characters.
markers.
You know how to count? 3 characters. Shutterstock. Count it.
3 words. All right.
But Shutterstock is like, you see those like images or whatever?
Yeah.
Like stock images, basically, that people can use and whatever. The actor, Simu Liu, used to do acting for Shutterstock. So there's all these funny photos popping up right now as he's like the Asian representation in these photos. Like he's like in an office, like looking at a photo, or like he's in like different areas. It's so funny. He's posting them.
He does seem like a really fun guy.
Oh,
If you're doing
he's-
backflips on the mountain, I mean, you gotta have a good time. Maybe we can get him on the show.
That's one guy I'd like to get
That
on the
guy
show.
would be cool to have on the show. All right, so we're going to talk about one more thing before we get in the show. Paul was getting smacked up this weekend. You're on like a streak of getting smacked up. I don't know if getting smacked up after breaking your nose is a good idea, but you did it.
Cheers, baby. You know,
Well, I
it's-
knew you did it. Here, I don't even know you were partying this weekend. I want to bring this up. So I follow Paul on Snapchat, obviously, because we're friends,
That's what we do,
buddy.
buddy. I missed you over there. You're so
Okay, we're a
far
little
now.
far apart. But I was on Snapchat. I was looking at his story, and he was like just hammered in his story. Like, I got a donut. He had to eat a donut. He couldn't even get it in his mouth. I'm eating a donut. And the best part is that he turned around because he was like near the bay, and he was like, "There's the water."
Look at this water.
Like that was fucking something exciting that we all won. Like, thank you for sharing that, Paul. There's the fucking water. We didn't see it in the background there. Like maybe if there was like a blue whale jumping out or a shark or a dolphin. No, it's just the fucking water right there behind him. So I knew you were shit-faced. So I texted you the next day. I was like, were you hammered last night?
I was hammered. I was very hammered. I didn't know I posted that Snapchat story.
Look at the water. Like, what?
Clearly loved donuts. They were like maple donuts. Had one in the morning. Had 2 that night. Phenomenal, you know. But yeah, on the streak of like blacking out. Like didn't plan to. But this is the reason why I got blacked out, because I was at this party, Labor Day weekend party. End of summer. You got to go balls to the wall. You got to go full for it. So one of the uncles at the party, he was trying to get me drunk. I found out later there was a bet on me.
There was a bet.
There was a $10 bet if I would puke or not.
Oh, I would have got in on that easy.
So everyone was like,
$10. I put 100 down on that.
Bunch of people, and I just kept getting fed shots. And the reason why is because at the house there was a rule that you had to write your name on the shot glass.
Right.
And this was a terrible
Can I put
thing.
$10 so you throw up now?
No.
Do we want to
I
take
feel-
wagers right now?
I feel like when I drink on the show, I always burp.
Yeah, and you have like a sip and you're
But you had to write on the shot glass, like your name or whatever. This was a terrible thing, terrible decision, because no matter if I was trying to get away from this scenario or I was nowhere near the bar, no matter what, someone would fill up my shot glass with my name on it and run it over to me.
Wow.
So I was constantly being fed shots. We were doing Patron. We were doing Jack Daniels, back and forth, back and forth.
well, mixing that's not good.
Yeah. And I couldn't breathe. I just couldn't even breathe for 5 seconds.
Well, why did you leave your shot glass on the bar?
That's just, I mean, where else? I wouldn't keep it in my pocket.
I mean, if
It's
you're
weird.
I mean, if it's becoming a problem where you might uke, you maybe change your name. Maybe you might have to go as far as changing your name like legally.
Shut up.
Like, you know what? My name's not Paul anymore. I ran to City Hall and changed my fucking name, so I can't take that shot anymore.
I was too drunk to realize.
I am now Pablo.
Pablo, Pedro.
I am Pablo. I can't take the shot no more.
It was too late for me to realize that. I was too far gone, but had a great night, and we got smacked out. That's what you do. Labor Day.
You know what's really freaking stupid?
What?
What was that? Was that Nickelodeon that was like had the monkey that was like, "Hi, I'm Paul."
It was Jimmy
Yes.
Neutron. Yep.
Was it just
Yeah,
Jimmy Neutron?
It was the.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I gotta get my.
Yeah, start
tally
writing
up.
them down.
There's gonna be a lot of characters going on here.
Here we go. So it was the animation studio behind Jimmy Neutron, and at the end you would see that it's just a "Hi, I'm Paul." It was such a classic thing of my generation as well.
It was. It was so.
So-
Weird. Well, you're done for the night, producer Drew. So you can get out of here if you want. Well, you didn't have. They just carry over to shows.
I'll take
so
it out.
that
I'll
fuck
take it
at
out.
the
I'll
end.
take it out in post. It's fine.
That fuck at the end's carrying over, and you're done. You're 200 characters. Well, it was nice to have you for this episode.
Yeah.
So but Jimmy Neutron was your show, so and your name is Paul.
Yeah.
I heard your mom named you Paul after that monkey.
I don't think so. But yeah, that was a little segment at the end of Jimmy Neutron. It was like, "Hi, I'm Paul." It carried with me through college. It was people don't realize that, but if there's a pop culture thing about your name and people realize it, when you meet new people for the first time, just like, if your name's like Jeff, I couldn't imagine if my name was Jeff and meeting people. Like everyone was like, "Hi, I'm Jeff." It's like, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I was like, "Hi, I'm Jeff."
My name is Jeff.
Or Jake from State Farm.
Oh, but yeah. Like, oh,
Hi, I'm
Jake,
Jake.
Jake from State. Like, there's names in culture, or like if your name is Karen, it's unfortunate, but you can't do anything about it. You probably should get your name changed because you'll like Kyle. Kyle's that
Kyle.
Yeah,
South Park. My brother's name is Kyle. Everybody goes Kyle.
My buddy's Kyle, and I literally still to this day I'll be like, "Hi, Kyle." Like there's those names in pop culture where, and it just happened to be Paul was one of them, and people would see me and be like, "Hi, I'm Paul," and I'm like,
I'm Paul.
"Oh, you son of a,"
All right, let's get into the show, baby. I'm nervous to get into this show because what our fans love is
they
trivia.
do.
And this is our very first trivia game on our brand new set. That's not finished yet. We got to have the brand new Life's a Party neon sign, which we're hoping to get in the next couple weeks, so we're excited about that. But we're going to do some trivia. Paul never likes the categories I do for trivia.
No, I don't.
But we're going to do an NFL question. We're going to do a superhero question. We're going to do a name that slogan, a general knowledge question, and a Disney theme park question. So without further ado, Paul.
Wait, so here's the thing, right?
Oh, what, you want to bitch about my categories?
Yeah, well, no, the categories.
I'm going to start giving you a maximum amount of characters you can fucking
It's gonna be pretty hard.
Who's running the show?
This is my show.
No. Clearly, with all the old segments of trivia, I don't know because I pretty much run trivia on the show.
Yeah, it's not my strong suit, to be
It's
honest.
definitely my strong suit. Last time we did it, I think it was like we did 6 or 8 questions or whatever. I got all of them right. Ryan maybe got 1 or 2 right.
I fucked
so he's
up
trying.
the scores.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
producer Drew was fucking up the scoreboard.
This time I've got it. Paper.
Ryan's trying to redeem himself this week on the new set.
I wouldn't
Can
s-
he do it?
I wouldn't say I'm trying to redeem myself. I'm just trying to make myself not look like too much of an idiot.
Okay.
Like, I can lose, but as long as I lose, like, not look like such an idiot, I'm fine with that.
Lose with dignity.
Right. Exactly. So you want to go first, Paul, with the first NFL question?
I will go first.
I just said that.
I repeat you. I got you. Don't worry
Literally
about
just
it.
said that.
First NFL question for Ryan. Name 5 teams that have not won a Super Bowl.
Okay.
There are 12. So I was going to do 3, but I'm like, that's way too easy. But I wasn't going to do 10 because I feel like it's pretty hard. So I said 5 teams that
5
have not
teams.
won a Super Bowl.
Texans, they're a new team.
Yep.
So I'm thinking all new teams.
Oh, that's a good idea.
The Rams have won it. Buccaneers have won it. It's gonna take a while.
Oh, man.
Redskins have won it.
Yep.
And they're also the football team. Seahawks have won it. I think your question was who all won it. I'm
No,
good. The
no.
Giants won it. Oh, I'm not good at this shit.
You got 1 so
the,
far.
The Jets have won it.
Yes, they have.
The Rams, I already said the Rams. 5 is a lot. Hold on, I'm trying to think of divisions. So the AFC Broncos have won it. I'm thinking every single team that has won it. The Lions have not won it.
Yep. Lions
Okay,
have
the
not
Lions
won,
have
so there's
won it.
2.
That's a lot. Can I just do 3?
Do 3. I'll give you 3.
Cardinals have won it. Not won it.
Yeah, not won it. That's
Kurt
3.
Warner took them to the Super Bowl. I know that.
That's 3. Do you want to try 2 more?
I could probably make
Okay,
it a
2
good
more.
shot. Who's always the Bills?
Yep. Yep.
All right, look.
need one
people
more.
at home thought I was never gonna get there, but I'm getting there. Fuck. All right, here we go. The Browns.
Yep. There's 5.
Got it.
There you go. Other teams also include the Falcons, the Panthers, the Bengals. Bengals are awful. In the
Bengals are
playoffs.
bad.
The Jaguars, the Chargers.
So half the league I could have guessed.
Jaguars, Chargers, Vikings, and Titans. Like new teams, you could have went Titans or Panthers or stuff like that because they're both pretty new.
No, I was going to all the mainstream teams. Actually, would have been really bad if I couldn't get 5 because you just named like half the league that haven't won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Because Tom Brady's hogging all the fucking Super Bowls.
It really is.
This is a good one. This is my NFL question. It really relates to Paul, so it really relates to you. So you should like this one.
All right.
Here we go. I love this one. All but 4 NFL teams have a mascot for their team.
Okay.
What are the 4 teams that don't have a mascot? You should get, after looking at these, you should probably get at least 2, maybe 3 of the 4.
Okay.
2 for obvious reason.
Yeah. 2, so out of, I'm a mascot guy. I used to do collegiate mascotting.
Where? You're also a Jumbotron guy.
Jumbotron guy.
He just lives on the Jumbotron.
Check out our old show, But with,
All right, let's knock the 2 out.
Yeah, with mascots, NFL definitely know the least. But off the bat, I don't like New York City because they don't have mascots.
Don't.
So I'm going to go there. Jets don't have one.
Nope.
Giants don't have one.
No,
There's
that's
two.
like the Yankees.
Yankees don't have one. Rangers don't have one.
Yeah, so
Like
the Yankees,
New York City hates mascots.
they're just about the sport. So yeah, there's 2, Giants and Jets,
yeah.
which I knew those who would get. I think this third one you would get. It's a little bit of like a controversial team, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Did they choose a new name yet? The Washington football team does not have one.
That's an answer,
But
and they haven't. I don't know why.
Didn't they like pull out a poll though? Didn't they show they were down to like 6 names or something?
Was that the Indians?
Because it's
Didn't
when
the Indians change their name and they're still going by the Indians, or do they have to wait a year to do that?
I think they do. So thinking about it, like it probably would have to be like an old team, like with tradition, right? Like tradition, like probably doesn't have a mascot because they don't want to have one. Like it'll ruin tradition, like
Right
whatever.
path. You're on the right path.
So I know Green Bay has like the cheese heads,
They do.
but I don't think they have like a legit like character mascot. So I'm gonna say Green Bay.
Green Bay is correct. Paul got them all. The Jets, the Giants, the Washington football team, and the Packers are the only 4 teams with no mascots in the NFL.
There you
That's
go.
pretty good out of you, Paulie. I knew you would get that, but I thought it was pretty on par for your background.
Yeah, mascots. That's what I do. So hopefully, I want to have that knowledge.
You should
know
be
what I
Green
mean?
Bay's first mascot.
That would be dope. Green Bay.
I don't know
hire
if that
me.
would be dope. It's really fucking cold there. It is freezing there.
What would it be?
Maybe you think that might be a reason why?
Just but mascots, you would sweat in the suit. So with the cold temperatures, it would probably be better for the performer.
Oh, maybe.
Now, if you had to pick a Green Bay mascot and you'd be like, "Hey, what could it be?" What would you pick it to be?
Well, they're known for their cheese, but I don't want a cheese mascot.
You want like a block of cheese?
No, I don't think I would want that.
Maybe like a wheel of cheese?
Why a wheel?
No, that's the Cheez-It thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
cheese.
that is cheese. It does have that like wheel thing. Yeah.
I like the goofy characters, but it doesn't fit like the brand of like the cold, nitty gritty Green Bay. Like I don't know, maybe like a fucking pirate.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably why I don't have one.
Well, I know Wisconsin's the Badgers,
Yeah.
but Badgers, I don't know. We'll think about. Hey, if you're listening to this and you have an idea on what the Green Bay Packers mascot should be, hit us up.
Hit us up.
We're wondering.
All right. So next one we have is superhero question.
Yes.
So mine's an Avengers question. Has to be.
Oh, that's a
shocker?
Shocker,
No.
yeah.
No. I love the Avengers here. So I said, can you name the 6 founding members of the Avengers from the film in 2012?
What the hell kind of... Notice, this is like, I bring this up a lot during trivia.
What?
This is like the fucking math homework that the teacher gives, and only 3 problems today.
Yeah.
Like, only 3 problems for homework. You take the homework home, you open up the book, under number 1's A, B, C, D, the whole goddamn alphabet. That's what you're doing to me. I have one question, but I gotta name fucking 5 of these guys.
You said name 4... What? Name 4 teams that don't have mascots.
Yeah, you did the same thing.
There we go.
Producer Drew, I told you your characters are gone. I don't know what... Like, you gotta, like, pay me for more characters.
All right.
All right, here we
6.
go.
We need 6 Avengers.
Thor,
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
No. Wrong.
Well, I get some room for error.
How many? Like 3? You get 3. You get 3 no's.
Thor, Captain America,
Yeah.
Iron Man,
Yeah.
Hulk.
Yep.
What's the chick, right? I was gonna say Mrs. Marvel.
Nope.
The Wonder Woman.
Nope. That's 2 strikes. You had Spider-Man and Wonder Woman. You get 1 more strike.
I
You need
literally
you
saw
had
the
2
movie.
characters. Yeah. It was literally in May.
What's her name? That she was the main actress. I like her.
Scarlett Johansson. Who'd she play?
Oh, Scarlett Johansson. I was thinking of the other one.
No. Scarlett Johansson.
What's the one I'm thinking of?
Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel.
You just saw the movie in May.
Black Widow.
There you go. You got 1 more.
I never saw Black Widow. Well, that's 5.
That's 5. So you have 1 more strike, and you need 1 more. There's 6 founding members.
Thor,
There's
Hulk,
Yeah.
Iron Man,
Yeah.
Captain America.
Yeah.
I said that.
Black Widow. And
Black
who
Widow,
else? We got 1
and-
more. I'll give you a hint. Has a bow and arrow.
Oh, Hawkeye.
There you
He
go.
sucks. Hawkeye's the worst out of all.
Dude, he's one of my favorite.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Why?
He's not cool. Why isn't Spider-Man in there?
Because he's not a founding like Avenger in that film franchise.
Spider-Man, you should be in there.
Here's the thing: if you're looking on the set, if you're on YouTube right now, I literally have 4 of the members of the Avengers in Ryan's question, literally straight
Is
behind
LeBron
me.
James one of them?
He is not.
Oh, okay. Yo, Baby Yoda?
I wish so. That would be
Six
nice.
Flags guy?
That would be a good founding member of the Avengers.
Back to the Future?
There you go. You had 2 strikes. You got the question right.
Nice. Put it on the board, Joe. Don't say anything, though, because you're out of characters. All right, here we go. Superhero question.
Okay, what's mine?
I like this one a lot. Notice how I like a lot of my questions?
Yes, of course you do.
Thank you. All right, so prior to appearing in Black Panther, my guy, Michael B. Jordan, and a lot of the ladies out there, guys, they love him.
They do. He was Sexiest Man of the Year. Did
Okay.
you know that?
Oh, kids show. And Michael B. Jordan. No, producer Drew was the sexiest man of the year.
Oh, yes.
He's hot today.
He is hot.
He's mic'd up, but he's out of fucking character. So we're not going to hear from him for the rest of it. He can't even say goodbye, poor guy. All right, so prior to appearing in Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan starred in which Marvel movie? I didn't even know he appeared in another one.
Yeah, I mean, so you have your difference of Marvel movies. You got your MCU, which is like all your Disney Marvel movies. And then before that, there were some other Marvel films, like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, the X-Men films, and you had the Fantastic Four. So Michael B. Jordan played Killmonger in Black Panther. But before that, he played the Human Torch in Marvel's reboot or Fox's reboot of the Fantastic Four.
Ding, ding, ding. Paul gets it right. This was like mind blowing to me because I saw Fantastic Four in the movie theater.
Like the new one?
Was that no, like the old one?
Okay.
So that's what, Chris Evans?
So Chris Evans was the Human Torch.
I didn't know they did a reboot. Like, it was like the Human Torch is like a big role.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that like Captain America's
It's pretty.
prior character?
It's a big level character for sure. I mean, I love the Fantastic Four. I can't wait to see what Disney does with those characters and like that because they're going to do a new reboot of Fantastic Four.
But this one was not good
No, it's just bomb. Total bomb. Bad movie. Don't go watch it.
because Michael B. Jordan really doesn't bomb in bad movies.
No, and you don't think so. It's a superhero movie. It's a good franchise. It's like a very historic. It was Marvel's first family. You would think so, but just
Do you know who else was in that?
Miles Teller was in it.
Wow.
He was Mr. Fantastic.
Damn.
And
dude.
then I don't know the other two actors who played the other two main characters.
Miles Teller and Michael B. Jordan fail as Fantastic Four.
Yep. Well, it was more of the director. It was more of the studio. Fox didn't do a good job, but next one we have a slogan trivia question.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a real question and then I have another question.
What are we doing here?
All right, ready?
What are we doing?
What business is this? Eating good in the neighborhood.
Eating good in the neighborhood. That is Aunt Jemima.
No, you should know this, bro.
KFC.
No.
That's finger looking good.
Yep. I was gonna do that, but I was like, he'll get that.
Eating good in the neighborhood.
Eating good in the neighborhood.
IHOP.
No.
Friendlies.
No. Get one more guess.
Why?
It's food. It's food.
No shit. Eating good in the neighborhood. I think it's fucking food. What a great hint. Wait, now I'm gonna get it now because you said it's food. Can you say it for me in like your best like commercial voice?
Eating good in the neighborhood. There you go.
I don't think that.
Does producer Drew know the answer?
Boston Market.
Give me a thumbs up if you know it.
Louisiana,
he doesn't know
Boston Market.
No. You're going to kill yourself.
Do I like this place?
Yes. You're going to kill yourself.
Eating good in the neighborhood. Why did you try to give me like head hints?
You're gonna be like, oh.
Eating good in the neighborhood. Applebee's.
There you go.
Let's
You did
go.
not get that. I'm not getting.
How do I not get that? I
was
got it
gonna-
eventually.
I was going to say, nah, wrong. So don't get it. No.
What are you talking about?
You had like 10 guesses. You don't get
Producer
it.
Drew, you give me this, you get an extra 20 characters. Oh, you give me a point. Extra 20 characters. So use them wisely, Producer Drew. You gave
right.
it to me.
So wait,
I
We love Applebee's.
You gave me 20 points, though. You can't take it away. There's an X on that paper, though.
Oh, wow.
All right. So
That's fucked up. That's what that is.
I have one more thing. So
What is
Do you
this?
know this one? So when you're here, your family.
Life's a party set.
No.
Not Disney World.
Another food place. When you're here, your family.
These are difficult. When you are here, Paul, you are family.
All right. So this has a cool story behind it. So when you're here, your family is the old Olive Garden slogan.
I wouldn't have got that.
Old Olive
I
Garden
got it.
slogan. When you're here, your family. But what's cool about this?
Yeah, go for it.
What's cool about this is a couple years ago when, probably a good amount of time ago, Olive Garden changed their slogan. Well, what happened is The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon reached out to Olive Garden and now own the slogan.
Wow.
So now The Tonight Show's official slogan is when you're here, your family.
So did they make it?
What?
Jimmy Fallon and the Tonight Show made the slogan?
No, they didn't make it, but they bought it when Olive Garden retired it, basically.
Oh, that's good.
That famous slogan, yeah.
I like that. Good little backstory.
What's my slogan question?
All right. I think you're not going to get this because you don't eat it.
That's a hint. That's a hint.
I got a lot of words on my paper. I'm trying to find it. Okay, here it goes. They're magically delicious. Come on,
I
Paul.
know. Oh, Lucky Charms.
Yes, correct. Lucky
He
Charms.
said it. He said it with the tune,
They're
and it was
magically
good.
delicious.
There you go.
Dude, my girlfriend is psychotic. Let's just start that. Let's just throw that out there.
That's a great way to start it. Why? Can I have an
Let's just throw
explanation?
that out there. So for Lucky Charms, she prefers the cereal than the marshmallow. I mean, like, you gotta be like really psychotic to like the cereal, the baby food part of the Lucky Charms. Like now, when we eat it like dry, she'll just hand me the marshmallows and I give her the cereal.
That's a good duo, though.
You can't. You can't complain.
That's like when we eat chicken wings. She likes the flats and I like the drumsticks. So it's a
good duo.
dated the right girl.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? They come out with like extra marshmallows now. So apparently they come out with Lucky Charms that is just marshmallow. But I've never seen that. I gotta get that. First of all, who even also thought of this as a good idea for breakfast?
Lucky Charms.
It's
cereals,
marshmallows.
No, but most cereals are literally just pure sugar.
Reese Puffs. Like you're eating a Reese cup. I had them this morning.
Frosted
Reese Puffs.
Flakes are just sugar, bro. I mean, that's all it is. So
And
cereal,
Rice Krispies, you actually add sugar to it.
Yep. Or Cheerios, you add sugar, like everything. It's just sugar in a bowl.
All right, next one. Or is this
General
our last
knowledge.
one? Oh no, we got two more.
General knowledge. My question to Ryan. So I saw a viral TikTok actually, and I was like,
Was it our viral TikTok?
It was not. It was a good viral TikTok. You ever see this guy who just questions and he goes 5 questions for $5 or whatever, and he's on the street?
Not really.
Well, he did it with a college. I think it was at Wisconsin or Nebraska, one of the red ones. And he
It's
asked,
2021, bro.
yeah, well, no,
One of the red ones.
talking about football teams. He did this question. He goes, "What makes a leap year a leap year? Like, why do we have a leap year?"
Because of daylight.
No.
I'm really bad. I don't even know what a leap year is.
What do you mean?
Like, do we like skip a day, right?
No.
I told you, we bring this up every time on the show. I am not good at months. I'm not good at the order of months. I'm not good of what season is what. Like, I'm not good at that. So I don't even know what a leap year is.
It like blows my mind.
Does it have to do with the moon?
No. It literally blows my mind that like people on TikTok and then clearly now Ryan don't know why we have a leap year.
Because of the Earth equinox.
No.
That's a good guess.
All right, producer Drew has the answer.
Isn't it something to do with like there's a discrepancy between how long we have a year based off of the orbit around the sun?
Correct.
It's slightly we have it slightly shorter than the actual orbit is.
So the
we
way
just
I
skip
said
it.
that, the equinox.
No. The
The
orbit.
equator is the Earth.
So the way.
Yeah.
God damn it! All right. EQUINOX. Think. Definition. Okay. Okay, so he's not right, nor am I. I'm slightly off. The equinox is not the Earth's equator, but it is something completely different that involves the Earth's equator. But the real question is, do I give him the point? I don't think it's close enough to count, but maybe I'll give him a half a point? He better give me some fucking characters from the next fucking recording session. God damn.
Yo, you're done on the fucking character.
Listen, if I get another one, I'll give you a hint. But
No,
you gotta
stop.
give me characters.
So the way the leap year works is basically every year the full rotation of the Earth is actually 365 days and like a quarter of a day. So at the end of 4 years, we technically have like one more day to make sure the cycle continues the way we want it to. So that's why we add another extra day at the end of 4 years. So we're basically back to like zero to starting the cycle all over again. And why we add one day in February 29th is your leap day.
Thanks, fucking Bill.
You got it. That's your general
Bill
question,
Nye,
baby.
fucking guy. I asked my girlfriend the other day because we were looking at this. I'm a big stars guy. Like when I look out and I see stars, it makes me feel good.
Well, you like shiny things, you know.
What is, I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what that
Continue.
means. But I was wondering, I was like, do stars stay in the same spot like all the time? Like, do stars ever move? Like, the stars that are outside your house are always in the same spot, just brighter or dimmer?
No, they're moving. Because
She told me they're the same spot.
the Earth. I mean, the star.
But then
doesn't-
that's what I said. The Earth rotates.
But the star doesn't move. I guess you're right. But in our relationship,
we
to
see
the
different stars because we're moving.
Correct. We're seeing different stars throughout the course of the year.
That makes sense. Okay, next one. I got my general question. I like this one.
Of course you do. You love it.
I fucking like this one. All right, so what does IPA stand for?
Oh, it's pretty easy. IPA stands for Indian Pale Ale.
Nice, Paul.
Do
the
I-
quiz guy? You gotta take Paul to Applebee's for the trivia night.
Eating good in the neighborhood.
Eating good in the neighborhood. Okay. Paul, he was trying to work that easy button in for a very long time. Okay.
That's what we
okay.
do.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Indian Pale Ale was.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the IPAs.
Me
but
neither.
I know the knowledge because I know my drinking knowledge. That's what I do.
Yeah, I'm not. They have like chocolate IPA. It's like
A bunch, dude. They're just not.
I mean, it's a good go to a brewery. It's a good setting, like live music.
Good
You get
vibes
the
and
flyer.
stuff, yeah.
What are they called? The flights.
Yeah.
They're good to go to. Maybe one day we'll do like brewery or like brewery party foul or some shit. Or maybe we go to a brewery and fucking tape it or some shit. So I do like going to breweries, but I'm not a big IPA kind of guy.
And last trivia question we have here: Disney parks. My question for Ryan is: what princesses are the Disneyland and Magic Kingdom castles dedicated to?
Cinderella.
That's one. That's Magic Kingdom. And what is Disneyland's castle? What princess castle is that dedicated to?
Snow White.
No. I had to think. I was like, I don't think so.
Bella.
No.
Is that Cinderella? Who's Bella?
Who's Bella? What are you talking about?
Not Elsa.
No.
Pocahontas.
No. Pocahontas don't have a castle. Get out of here. One more.
I'll end if I can get one more. Minnie Mouse.
No. Sleeping Beauty's castle.
That was my next.
So
guess.
in Disneyland, you have Sleeping Beauty's castle, and at the Magic Kingdom, Walt Disney World, you have Cinderella's castle.
Cool. All right, my question. What?
He's just mad. He's just mad. I got the Disney trivia. I'm like, I've been doing pretty good.
What is
this
the
whole
most
time.
popular food at Disney parks?
Okay, so I believe if I had to put, so I'm thinking a few things. One, Dole Whip. Two, the
Excuse me?
Mickey like chocolate ice cream bar.
What the hell, Dole Whip?
Okay, well it's not Dole Whip then. But maybe the Mickey.
What is Dole
I think
Whip?
the Mickey ice cream bar.
What the hell is Mickey ice cream bar?
Okay, no, he's trying to. If that's what it is, then. So it's the Mickey ice cream bar is the most popular treat at Disney.
Yeah, Mickey shaped ice cream bar is the most popular. They actually consume about like 3 million of those a year.
That's crazy.
I don't even think it's that much. 3 million a year, Mickey ears bars.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, take into consideration, you have to be there to get them.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. But a lot of people go to Disney World. But there you go. I personally would not get that, but I would get Dole Whip. Okay. What the fuck is Dole Whip?
Dole Whip is like I think it's like an ice cream yogurt kind of thing. Like
I would not
I've
get
never
Dole Whip.
had it, but I know it's popular.
I would not get Dole Whip. All right, next segment. What do we know?
Next segment, we're doing drinking experiences based on the alcohol. So we talk, we did some stereotypes for some other alcohols, some beers. We'd love to do that again. And this is kind of on the vein of that, but basically we're going to say an alcohol, and we're just going to talk about our experiences with the alcohol, what we think immediately when we say that alcohol. And
So
the
it's like an
first one-
example. So it's like, hey, I'm drinking Bud Light Lime.
what do I think? Yeah.
Broke my nose. Like that's
Yeah.
what
Yup. That's going to be my correlation
that's a good
for the rest
example.
of my life. Bud Light Lime equals broken nose.
All right. So the first one is good old Burnett's. Throwing it back with the Burnett's. This is concerning, I guess you can say. I mean, this was a great drink in high school for kids because it's a $10 a bottle. One thing that we used to do with Burnett's is that we would actually like team up with someone else and split a bottle of Burnett's, but we'd almost treat it as like a case race. Like, the case races where you have to like finish a bottle of wine, you got to finish a 24 bottle or a 24 beer, and then like finish like a bottle of like liquor. Well, we treated these Burnett's as like a case race. So I would be like, me and you teamed up, and we had to finish a bottle of Burnett's before someone or other people. It wasn't a good idea. A lot of puking going on, and you eventually get scarred for life drinking Burnett's.
Burnett's is one of those, it's the same thing when we talk about Keystone or Busch Light, or like those cheap beers or the cheap alcohol that you would drink in high school. And it was kind of one of those things that now has a scar on you. Like if you ever drank maybe tequila and barfed, or maybe like had blacked out that night and had a really bad night. Now when you smell tequila, you have those memories, that PTSD. And now it's the same thing with like high school and that Burnett's is when you think of high school and maybe you see it on the shelf in the liquor store, you just kind of like dry heave a little bit, you know, like that type of feeling.
I was in the liquor store with my girlfriend the other day, and we went past the Burnett's, and I was like, "Yo, we should just get a bottle. It's $10." I was like, I just want to like, let's bring it back. Like, just have it for a night. Bring back some memories. I like the pink lemonade was good. Pineapple was gross. Maybe one night we'll have to get it for the show. Like, open up with a shot of Burnett's. We'll put some tarps down for the new set so we don't make it a little messy, but we might have to do that.
Next one we have is wine, and specifically pink Moscato.
Well, as we addressed, I'm not a wine guy.
Yeah.
But what I notice about wine, like how I feel about wine, it's got to be like the right setting, the right environment, and especially the right kind of wine.
Yep.
So like people like us aren't wine connoisseurs. So I feel like drinking wine is like more so a hobby than you just actually like, hey, I'll get some wine tonight. But like when I have my first glass of wine, it almost feels like as if I'm swallowing nails. Like I don't, it's
Wine,
like painful. It's not enjoyable to me. But I noticed, Paul,
why?
that when I get to the second or third glass and I'm having my nice Italian dinner in an Italian restaurant, I'm on my fourth glass of wine.
It gets
I
better.
fucking vibe.
Yeah.
Like, it is a good vibe. But I just have to get to that point. I'm not like, that first glass is tough for me. Because I don't know, I'm just a bitch.
Just a bitch. Wine is just so good. I think wine is so good. I think wine drunk, we've talked about it on the show, wine drunk is better than normal drunk. It's happy drunk. It's really good vibes. And I think if you find your right wine that you want to drink or chug or whatever works for you.
Chug.
Yeah, slap in the
Well,
bag.
the pink Moscato is good for chugging. That's like the college wine to drink and chug.
Yeah, I mean, we used to call it the Fridolina wine mixer, right, from Step Brothers.
Wow.
And we would basically we would dress up, we'd bring a date, it was called Date in a Bottle, and we would call it maybe Fridolina wine mix or whatever you want to do, and you would get a bottle of wine, and you would split it with your date, you would chug it. It was a good time, and wine drunk was great, and I think, pink Moscato falls in there. But I think, like getting to be a wine connoisseur is just like an older thing. As you said, it's more of a hobby, and it's something you get into later in life. But right now, pink Moscato is that chugging type of wine.
Or that like the moms who come home after work and have a glass of wine. Yeah. I respect them. I respect the hell out of those because I couldn't do that because I'm a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, producer Drew. Mute your mic when you laugh at me at least. Show some.
I'm just saying, at least you own it.
Show some courtesy back there. All right,
But
here we go.
In terms of like moms, they come home, drink some wine, right? Dads come home, drink some whiskey.
Right.
And I think, from their job, the next one we have here is Jack Daniels.
You're a big Jack Daniels guy. I remember the one time
Love
we came
it.
home from the brewery.
Yep.
We were just talking about brewery. We went there. Paul was smacked up. He was at the point where he was smacked up, showing videos of him eating a donut, showing the water. This was the level he was on when we were leaving the brewery. And we had to stop in with our ride, had to stop get something from the liquor store. And Paul was like, we had no business getting any more alcohol. No business. We had fine for a couple more beers. We were at the limit. And Paul decides to he gets like a burst of energy and just runs into the liquor store. And what do you know? He walks out with Jack Daniels fucking Tennessee whiskey. Like, that's not going to go well. The only time I drink that kind of like hard, like Tennessee whiskey, Jack Daniels shit, I realize is when I'm like already like really smacked up. Like, I have to be so drunk to make bad decisions where I'll take that bad decision shot.
I love it. But we talked and I've said I really like Jack and Coke. Right. And I think if you go out to a bar, you don't know what to get. It's kind of those like, hey, safe bet, Jack and Coke. But at the same time, I don't want to order like 5 Coca-Colas at the bar. Like I just want to have Jack. But if you take a shot of Jack, I think that's good too. Whiskey's a little bit older. Well, one shot. Me, 4 or 5 shots. You know what I mean? When you're drinking, you got to be drinking. And I think Jack is in there.
Because when you're drinking, you break your fucking nose.
Yeah, you break your nose. But when you have Jack, you got to have Jack. Like, just don't have one shot of it.
So I'll say 2 things before we get to the next one. So Jack Daniels is good, but except when you do the Jack and Coke, I do like a Jack and Coke here and there. But the problem is once you have like 4 or 5 Jacks and Cokes, you're basically having almost like 5 Cokes.
Yeah.
So that's like the downfall. A lot of calories, a lot of sugar. That's the downfall. But then also Jack and Cokes are good because they're stronger. Like people who want to drink less, like have a stronger effect.
Agreed, yeah.
Jack is great alcohol to do that. All right, next one. Tito's is just it's a newer type of vodka. And it is really something that isn't, it's not a good base.
Yeah. It's not too expensive. It's easy to buy. It's available, and it's just like it's a good basic vodka. Like,
Don't you have a buddy that like loves Tito's or something?
So I had a buddy. One of my I don't know. It wasn't freshman year, but one of my college roommates was he had a gluten intolerance, so he couldn't have gluten. And when you can't have gluten, you can't drink beer. Like, you can't have that. So what do? You drink vodka. And this man...
other people do different things.
No.
But this kid clearly resorts to Tito's.
He resorts to Tito's, loved it. It was my introduction to it. First time I ever had Tito's. Oh. And I remember meeting him, and he, like, walked in with 2 jug handles of Tito's in his hands. And whenever he bought more... 2 jug handles. Like, it was always, that was his stash.
Always the handle. We got Tito's up here.
Yeah, and he just loved Tito's. And it was it was my introduction to that vodka. But you don't really want to take shots at Tito's.
No, Tito's that's what I was going to say, is Tito's probably the worst vodka to take shots with. It's just not good, but it's great to mix with, like, vodka lemonade. I know a buddy, one of our buddies will get Chick-fil-A lemonade, drink, like, half of it, and then put Tito's.
That's a good drink.
Tito's in the Chick-fil-A lemonade, so... Maybe try that out next time you go to Chick-fil-A.
That's a good
Bring
drink.
an airplane shot at Tito's. Speaking of airplane shots.
Fireball airplane shots is our next one. What is your immediate thought when you think of that?
It's a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a lot of trouble in my life due to sleeves of Fireball. So, like, the thing with Fireball shots, airplane shots specifically, is that when you go to a liquor store, they come in that sleeve. So when you go up to the register and they have all the little one-offs of like Tito's or Pink Whitney or all these other one-off liquors, but then you go, hey, can I get a sleeve of Fireball? It's cheap, it's accessible. We love to take it like to a train. Like, we live 20 minutes outside Philly. So it's good to put in your pocket or take to like a football game, because I saw someone on this weekend, this college game, and this girl was like sipping on the Fireball, which is a bad move. You should not sip on Fireball.
And she was caught live TV.
She was caught.
Everyone was zooming in. Those TikToks are the best when people are catching like people at live sporting events, like have no clue that the camera's on them. They're just picking their nose.
But you can't sip on Fireball.
No, Fireball's not one of those things. Fireball's one of those things where it's like, as I said, with Jack, and I think maybe it's just whiskey. Maybe. But if you go for it, you go for it. Yeah. Like, it's that type of night where everyone's handing out the Fireball shots. And my immediately thought when I think of airplane shots with Fireball is Ryan. Because Ryan, as Ryan said, he likes the pack.
I like the
bundle.
What I
mean? Because they come in this pack of like, what is it, like 10 or 15?
It's like 12 or something. And it's good. Like, I one time drank the whole thing, but we'll save that for another time. But I like to like get the bundle and I'll like hand them out.
Yeah.
I like life's of the party. You want to encourage people to get like smacked up and get on the same level. So I'll get the bundle. Oh, it's not a bundle. A sleeve of Fireball. That's what it's called. And then you like pass them out. And then like you're giving it to the party. Everyone's taking the shots. They're getting more drunk than they planned on getting, and it's a good time.
It's less intimidating than like handing them a bottle, right? So it's hey, shot, and then maybe they'll take it, throw it out, and 5 minutes later, like, hey, you throw it again. And
look alive over there.
It's less intimidating than a full bottle. Be like, hey, chug this.
I think they're also more than a shot.
They probably are. It's probably like a shot and a half or something.
They're tough to take. All right. Next one is Jello Shots.
Love me a good Jello shot. If you make it right and you do it right, and it's a good time.
Your girlfriend, shout out Renee, made some good Jello Shots for your party the other day. I even told her they were the best ones I've ever had.
It's a science. Yeah, it's a scientific art. You know, you go by the labels, but you got to go by your heart and your liver. You got to go by your liver, and tells you how much and what's going to taste the best with a Jello shot. I love Jello shots.
Sometimes they're too strong. Some people don't like the texture. My problem is that I like to feel the pain of like taking a shot.
That's so stupid.
So like I don't like to be like sneakily snuck up on. Like if I have a drink that I can't taste the alcohol, I'm either one, pissed off that it's not enough liquor, or two, I don't want to be caught off guard. Like, oh shit, now I'm shit faced. But that's what a Jello shot. If you don't taste it, I'm like, it's like, what does that do? Does that do? Especially like if you go out to a bar, it's like those ladies that wear like lingerie, come around with the Jello tray.
If you're in a casino,
and it's like fucking $5 for one of them. And then like my dumbass, I'll get fucking let me get 20 of them. It's like $60. Well,
that's why
it doesn't really do anything. That's why you get like tequila shots instead.
Yeah, that's why people get mad too, because it's like if. Honestly, they don't want a Jello shot to taste good. They want it, as Ryan said, they want it to taste like you can taste the alcohol. Because then you feel as though you're getting your money's worth, right? Where if you're like, oh, like there's no alcohol in this, am I getting ripped off? Like, am I getting cheaped? I just spent $5 on this Jello shot. Where is it? But
It's got to be a good mix.
and it's a good place. If you're in a home setting, maybe you're at a fraternity house. We used to do Jello shots at the house all the time, and it was always a good vibe. Because they're like really it's really nice. Instead of giving everyone a shot, it's
different.
It's different, and if you can give everyone at the party a Jello shot, and everyone's together at once, like doing their Jello shot together, it's a good vibe.
For real. Another thing that you see at frat parties is jungle juice. Paul's more of a jungle juice guy than I am.
You got to be in the right setting for jungle juice, but a fraternity house is probably one of your most common spots. You'll see it, and I always loved what my fraternity did with our jungle juice. You had a formula. The same guys always made it, but as I said with
Like
the
a
Jello
laminated
shots,
formula?
yeah, like you have it all ready to go. But we knew what we liked, and a lot of times the biggest problem was these girls would come up to us and be like, "Hey man, like did you guys even put alcohol in the jungle juice? Like, are you scamming us? All this stuff." It's like, bro, like I promise you, there's a video of putting 2 jug handles of like Everclear in this jungle juice. You're going to be trashed on your ass in 10 minutes.
Right.
Like, don't complain. You know what I'm saying?
The one time I made jungle juice, the only bad thing I'll say, well, there's a lot of bad things about it. But I will say that, like, it was me and my buddy went to go out to go get liquor and, like, Hawaiian Punch or 7-Up to mix it in the thing. And we spend literally, like, $380, $400 to make a jug of, like, a Gatorade jug of jungle juice. And we literally pour everything in, and then next thing you know, it's like a third of the jug.
It gets expensive.
We spent $400 to feed like 3 people. So it is like that. But I know a lot of people. Jason Derulo does it, where he puts like gummy bears and shit in it.
Yeah, people. Well, you put fruit, or you put Sour Patch Kids in, or something. Like you add a fruit flavor, but that's cool because you get some sugar in there, you get some flavor. Like the candy's cool.
All right, dope. You enjoy your long drink, Paul?
I am long drink, baby. Life's a party.
All right. So our last segment we're gonna do before we get out of here is some movie facts. So these movie facts are very, very interesting. So you definitely want to stick around. I'm going to give a plug right here. So if you're watching on YouTube, give us a like, subscribe, give it a little alert. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Can they like us anywhere else? They can follow us on Instagram at Life's a Party Pod and TikTok, which we're blowing up some TikToks right
We're
now.
doing some TikToks again. We love TikTok over there. Hopefully you follow us on TikTok. That's a really good place to just see like short-term content, the best of our show and that kind of thing. But we appreciate you guys listening on all platforms.
All right, so the first movie fact, which is very interesting, is that Chris Farley, the SNL star who ended up dying, unfortunately, Chris Farley was originally casted as Shrek, and he even recorded most of his lines for the movie before he died. So they said he recorded about 85% of his lines to be Shrek before he died in 1997. And the company, they were trying to find somebody who could actually like imitate Chris Farley for the remaining 15% of the movie, but it just wasn't working out. They couldn't find anybody to match him, so they ended up finding Mike Myers, I think it was, right? Yeah, Mike Myers, who is the voice of Shrek, just restarted as a new Shrek. But it's funny because as you could see, they do sketches of Chris Farley, and Chris Farley was a big guy. I mean, he might have been like 400, close to 400 pounds.
Yeah,
so it was kind of funny how they were kind of replicating him into Shrek, which, I mean, that's not the greatest compliment, but it is interesting to see that. So it is funny to think that he would have been Shrek.
There's a lot of cartoon characters that have like resemble their voice actors in some way.
Yeah, like the Little Mermaid we talked about on the show.
Who? What specifically? What are you saying?
The Little Mermaid herself. They sketched Little Mermaid based on her.
Yeah. So like that voice actor, they kind of did. Well, with animation, they do sketches, and if they ever do like fight sequences, they act them out and they film them, and then they kind of like replicate them. But it's just really interesting to think of, how much of an impact, whether it's like pop culture, memes, anything. What like Shrek,
Soundtrack.
Yeah, soundtrack.
The soundtrack to Shrek is great.
Of like Shrek's impact on American pop culture. And, to think of any voice other than Mike Myers is really interesting because it's just so iconic and so part of our childhood.
I'd be interested to, like, maybe they have those. They got to have them just to see what it sounds like, the difference.
They definitely have some videos probably. If you look up on YouTube, you could probably find it. But that's, it's super interesting. I'd be curious to see what it sounds like.
Shrek is, like, literally such an iconic, like, cultural, well, it's not just a movie because it's a series, but it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
And people have, like, I like to see the Shrek parties where like people come as like the gingerbread man or
Lord Farquaad or
Lord
Fiona or the three blind mice always do.
Yeah, so it's a big cultural pop of Shrek, and it's just funny to think there could have been someone else as Shrek.
Yeah. Next one we have here in Avengers End Game. So Tony Stark's entire death was completely made up on the spot. So Tony Stark obviously had a very famous scene. It was kind of the end, it was the end of his journey throughout those 10 years at Marvel and like all his films, where Tom Holland in an interview revealed that only a few people on the set, they actually knew what was going on and were actually given all the other actors were given a loose outline of what was supposed to happen. And he said that the directors just kind of wanted to see what would happen. Just kind of gave him a loose outline and told us, what was going to happen, what they wanted to happen, and have most of the scene improvised, which is really interesting for such an important and pivotal scene in that movie, and not just the movie, but like the MCU as a whole.
It is definitely a weird way to go about that, like where like the actors just show up and they'll get ready. Like, you guys ready to shoot? Oh, by the way, Tony Stark, he dies here. Like, he's done.
And we're not giving you,
and it's
we're not giving you like a set script of the scene.
Oh, they didn't?
No, it's more of just, hey, but they do that a lot with improv, but it's usually for comedy because,
right.
And you do the scene like 20 times.
It's not like the first one. Like the first time you'll do the script, and then like as you keep doing it, you start working like what works. But showing up to where one of the main characters dying, and you're finding out before they say, "Okay, go." It's like, what the fuck? I don't even know how I would act. It was just like it's a weird way.
Tom Holland talked about also that so they do Tony Stark's funeral scene at the end as well, and how when they filmed the scene in the script, it was titled "The Wedding," and that Robert Downey Jr., like Tony Stark and Pepper Potts were supposed to get married, and they were all going to like the wedding because they were all dressed up in suits and like all this stuff. But when they actually show up to the lake and they show up to film that scene, the directors were like, "Hey, actually, like this is like, do you realize why Robert Downey Jr. is not here?"
That's wild.
And it was his funeral scene instead of like the wedding scene. So I think that's a really interesting way to tell your characters too. Marvel's just so secretive, even to their main characters. Like they, I saw this interview with Simu Liu, as we talked about with Shang-Chi, who's that new main, like he's a new lead character with Marvel. And they were saying how, they already kind of have plans for like a sequel.
Right.
And they were like, "Hey, do you know anything?" He's like, "Dude, I don't." They will not tell me shit. Like, dude, it's not, even if you're the lead actor in the film, you still have zero clue.
But that's what makes them so great, right?
Yeah.
All right. Last one before we get out of here. One of my favorite movies, obviously, Wolf of Wall Street. Okay. In Wolf of Wall Street, that was half-assed. I mean, we might have to revisit. Not now.
We've done it before.
In Wolf of Wall Street, the chest thumping was inspired by Matthew McConaughey, and it was actually his on-scene preparational ritual. So, like, that's what he does. What's it doing, stupid? So that's kind of weird, but Matthew McConaughey does that in all his movies. It's like his pre-scene preparation, which is a weird fucking thing. But Leonardo DiCaprio was like, "Hey, I kind of like this," and like how it went, because he just started copying them. And he told, who's the director of Wolf of Wall Street? Oh yeah, he told Martin Scorsese, he's like, "Yo, you should put that in the movie." And Scorsese's like, "All right." So it turned out to be one of the best parts in the movie, and it just turns out that Matthew McConaughey, he is a little out there.
He definitely is, yeah.
But that's what we talk about, like these special people like Jim Carrey and stuff are out there, and it's funny how these big pivotal parts of movies and how they work their way into the actual movie is pretty dope.
Yeah.
All right, that was it.
That's the show, man.
That was a pretty damn good
Second show here on the New Life's a Party set. Again, we appreciate everyone listening. As always, getting to the end of the show is a big deal. Thanks for watching us on YouTube. Again, give us a big like, subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers or subscribers over on TikTok. Share this with your friends. We're continuing to grow. We love all the partiers. We love people reaching out to us, saying awesome things about the show, where they listen to us. And it's just really cool. It's just a great thing.
Also, if you're listening on like Spotify or Apple Podcasts, like give us like a review, like a 5-star review.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
I like seeing those. It makes my heart feel good. So if you want to make my heart feel good, go in there, write a nice review. Like, Ryan's the best podcaster I've ever listened to or seen in my life. And I'll really enjoy that. So I think you should do that.
Give us a review. Check out Long Drink if you're in the liquor store and you see it. But that's our show. As always,
music, take us out.
Peace, baby.
Later.